Good day, my name is Daily Ayuba, and you're welcome to another edition of Import Export Platform, Facebook Live from 3 Invest Trade Academy. This is a program that educates you on various areas of international trade and also provide solutions to your trade challenges in Nigeria. With me in the studio is
Hyacinth Kwesa.
This program has three very important segments. The first segment is called Trade Education, Trade News rather. Second section is called Trade Program, and the third section is called Trade Education. Every week we come up to you to discuss different issues that has to do with trade transactions, both in Nigeria, with Africa, and other around the world. And this program is streaming live from our studio in Surulere and is live on our YouTube channel, 3 Invest TV, and also on our Facebook page. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, click on the like button, click on the notification bell, drop your comment, and please remember to share with your friends. Hyacinth, what do we have in the news today?
All right. On the news today, we have AfCFTA. Nigeria can dominate African market in 10 years. That's from the New Telegraph. Then from Punch newspaper, FG decries importation of metals. Then from Nairametrics, FG spent 1.3 trillion on rice wheat importation in 12 months. From The Guardian, FG to revamp refineries to improve LPG production as imports increases. Then from Sun newspaper, Nigeria's border closure throws ECOWAS parliament into rowdy session.
Right.
So the first news for today is from the New Telegraph. AfCFTA, Nigeria can dominate African markets in 10 years, expert says. According to the acting Managing Director of Nigerian Export Processing Zone Authority, Engineer David Temba, the development raises two big issues. That's talking about the AfCFTA, manufacturing on one hand and smuggling on the other hand. And Nigeria is Africa's biggest market, said to be the biggest beneficiary. Nigeria is unarguably Africa's biggest market as well as her biggest economy. This informs the belief of Laundry Signe, a Brookings Institute fellow, that although Nigeria has one of the last countries to sign the AfCFTA agreement, she stands to be the biggest beneficiary from the free trade area.
And I agree with this guy completely. Which is why I've been checking up, I've been moving around Africa. I've done Algeria, I've done Angola, I've done Benin, I've done Burundi, I've been doing Burkina Faso this evening. And I just check out and I realize that, look, we might have issue with our country, but we really are not doing badly. Maybe because of our population.
In terms of exporting to
generally in the economy, everything. We're not doing badly. But of course, it's not wise for us to compare ourselves with our colleague in Africa anyway. Yeah. But basically saying that in terms of readiness, we might have our issues though, but in the real sense of the word, we are in an advantage because of our population. And I think our population has made it easier for us to reduce cost of production because cost of living is lower.
Yeah.
Cost of living is lower. And because I'm asking myself, how will you explain the fact that on the competitiveness index in Africa, in West Africa, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, Ghana, and Cape Verde are above Nigeria? Nigeria is number 15 in the whole of Africa. So that means we say about 45 countries under us in Africa. But we are number 4 or number 5 in West Africa, but we are the largest exporter in West Africa. And the only explanation that makes sense to me is that, look, there is something about our number as a people that is doing the magic for us. So that might be a way also to leverage. And the argument of this person is right. The fact that, look, Nigeria have what it takes. And if Pepe continue on this trajectory and we begin to improve more on our competitiveness index, and government make good some of their promises, and corruption is reduced because we saw someone now that went to 12-year jail today, ex-governor. So if that continues and people begin to be fearful of stealing, and the money is used to develop sincerely, 10 years for me is even too long for us to take over Africa in terms of this. I'm really in support of what the guy is saying. I feel we have what it takes. I feel the people that are afraid are not thinking of the collective. They are thinking of their own self and their industry.
Yeah.
And that's on the part of some manufacturing companies, some other companies that have issues. They are not thinking. If you think about it in long term, you should know that look, it's even good for you when your market is open, when you have to compete, because then you have to begin to think creatively to survive. Even if your government is not responsible.
Some of them feel that because of our infrastructural deficits.
You know, we keep throwing this argument.
Yeah.
You know, some arguments are lame.
But we can't deny that.
I say we can prevent. See, we have safeguard now.
Yeah.
We have safeguard now, so it shouldn't be the reason.
Safeguard on the AfCFTA.
Yes.
What if your product or the product you manufacture is not part of that safeguard?
Oh, no, it's not. No.
Yes.
So then I will have issue with that organization. That's why you belong to the like of man, Nasima, so that when the negotiations are going on, you should contribute and be able to. That's the place to fight for yourself. And then you have to defend it before the government, really, because sometimes some companies also have refused to innovate, to move ahead. You know, I saw a picture, and the picture depicted it very well. The picture was showing 2009 how they do short videos in the air with someone sitting on the what's the name? On the window of helicopter to short video. And today drone is video. And he's saying both the cameraman and the pilot have lost their job in 10 years. So if you are not innovating, moving on, doing something different, you won't be able. You must be innovating. So what I'm going to say is that some companies also are not innovating. Really, some companies are not innovating. Innovation can help you to reasonably reduce your cost of doing business. Let's move on.
All right. So the next news is from Punch newspaper. Federal government cries importation of metal products. The federal government has expressed concern over the importation of metal products. The Permanent Secretary, Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Dr. Abubakar Muazu, who spoke in Jos at a workshop organized for stakeholders in Plateau, Benue, and Nasarawa State, said that the situation had led to major drain on the nation's foreign exchange. He said, we import all kinds of metal products, even those produced within the country, because the quality of product made in Nigeria is not comparable with the ones imported.
Now, as you were just reading, I was trying to check up some of the some of the import of those metal that they're talking about, and I can see here, I can see aluminium, I can see iron, I can see rolled steel, I can still iron, I can see rolled steel. Now, the reason I want to check is to really ascertain, the volume of that product that we import. That's metal product that we import, and I'm trying to check that up. It's so interesting. As I was checking this morning, I was checking. Was it Burkina Faso? Yes, I did Burkina Faso this morning. As I was checking Burkina Faso, sincerely, I was blown away by the opportunity that is available to us in Burkina Faso as far as metal is concerned, as far as plastics are concerned, as far as process. So I was looking at process plastic, process this. So process metal really is something we can do. It's already been done, really, only that we are doing more of recycling. But if we are beginning to take mining a little bit more seriously, and we mine very well, then add value, it becomes a lot easier for us to be able to do this. So I think it's something really that we can do. I feel that we've not really, so when you look at these things, you look at it also holistically, that if we can really do something serious about the way we mine, so that the mining can be more efficient, then this will make a lot of sense. Because instead we do a lot of metal products are being imported, really, that are used as raw materials locally. Let's move to the next news.
All right, the next news is from Naira Matrix. Federal government spends 1.3 trillion naira on rice, wheat importation in 12 months. That's from CBN. The Central Bank of Nigeria has disclosed that not less than 1.3 trillion naira was spent by the federal government on the importation of rice, fish, sugar, and wheat in the last 12 months. The Nation newspaper reported that the disclosure came from the bank's Deputy Governor, Corporate Service, Edward Lamtek, while speaking at a seminar organized for finance reporters in Owerri, Imo State.
Now I'm trying to do a calculation. Wheat is a good chunk of that 1.3.
Yeah.
Wheat, as of 2017, was about 4% of our import. Our import was about 34 billion. 1% is about $340 million. So 4% is about $1 billion. $1 billion. So wheat is a good chunk, and then of course rice. The concern I'm having is I thought we are not supposed to be importing rice.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering where is it that some people are giving opportunity to do the import? Maybe some people are giving the opportunity to quota to do the import. Okay, I think some people that have factory locally will also allow to do import. I think government allowed them. So, and those two products, we have no reason to import them. Those two products, we have absolutely no reason to import them. Because we can produce them locally.
All right. So the next is from The Guardian. Federal government to revamp refineries for improved LPG production as imports rises. The importation of liquefied petroleum gas maintaining a steady rise against local production. The federal government has said it will rehabilitate the Warri, Port Harcourt, and Kaduna refineries to achieve local production of 360,000.
Each time I hear this, you rehabilitate Port Harcourt, Warri, and I just hear it. It just is every correct. You read it.
What's the problem though? Why have we not been able to?
I say,
refine?
Let me ask you, what's the problem with Papa? Why did we leave the road to be bad that way before we infuse it? In Yoruba land, there is this proverb that said, the problem of 40 is the problem of 300. The sickness of 40 is the sickness of 300. Say, basically saying that it's the same menace.
Yeah.
It's the same challenge. What is making a Papa Pot generating trillions every year, and the road being bad, just being repaired now, is the same reason. It defies logic. It defies logic. So, my own conclusion, there are some people in this country that made up their mind Nigeria must not rise. Because it is in the rising of Nigeria that their downfall is.
Is it within Nigeria or also outside Nigeria?
Maybe they have supporters from outside. But there's no way you will do that to Nigeria and will not have an insider. That's the only conclusion. Because some things are just defying logic. Yeah. You can't tell me if you remove 1% from the money you've been making from a Papa Pot, it's enough to fix that road in the last 4 or 5 years. So you can't tell me that you can't fix the road. It's just something wrong. Someone just don't want to fix the road. For reason best known to them. Let's move on.
All right, the last news for today is from Sun newspaper. Nigeria's border closure throws ECOWAS parliament into rowdy session. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS Parliament, today went into rowdy session over the closure of Nigeria's border. The rowdy session followed the presentation of the country's report by the Nigerian delegation to the ECOWAS Parliament led Ahmed Idris Kwase at the ongoing second ordinary session of the Parliament in Abuja. The Deputy Speaker of the Nigerian House of Representatives stated that prior to the current operation of at the nation's border, the federal government had in 2016 banned the importation of rice. Was added that in spite of the checks put in place by the government, Nigeria's market continued to witness imported rice, which rendered locally produced rice very unattractive.
So you can be in a rowdy session because they are not happy with what Nigeria has done, but I think you should be talking to the Republic and talking to the jail to be able to do what they need to do. They meant to discuss, and I was hoping that they would be able to. But when the President went to commission the university in his village last week, was it last week or this week? And he said, no, it's not in a hurry.
University of Transportation.
Yes, it's not in a hurry to open the border. So I guess they've not been able to see what they are expecting. Like I said, even though I have issue with the way they went about it, I think it's necessary for that to happen. Now they've done it. they should not open that border if you're not your objective. So that it will be, you have already killed a lot of business, that affects so many things have gone wrong because of this. And then at the end of the day, we'll come back again and realize that we have not really corrected the ills. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. All right, let's move on to the next area, and that's the trade program. Remember, this program is from 3 Thinkers Trade Academy and it's live on our YouTube channel, 3 Thinkers TV. Kindly click on the notification bell, like the video, share with your friends, and please ensure that you subscribe to our program.
All right, so on the 7th and 14th of December, that's this month, 2019, we're going to be having our Export Business Clinic, the December edition. Some of us actually thought about going into exports in the year 2019 because 2020 is around the corner. 2020 is around the corner. Have you been able to export? 2020 is around the corner. You still have ample time to be able to make that dream come to reality. So, in preparation for that dream to come alive, you need to acquire knowledge. The knowledge needed for you to give your export business a boost. So we're organizing this 2-day export business clinic for you to be able to acquire the required knowledge to make your export business a success. So this training is actually designed for people who want to come into export business. You are new, you're green, you don't know the first thing about export. This training is designed to give you the required knowledge for you to be able to start your business. If you're already exporting, you're having issues with your export business, this training is also designed to help you solve those issues also that you're facing currently in your export business. And this training will be looking at how to prepare you for the export business, things that you need to put in place to get started, like the starter pack for exporters. We'll be talking about planning, how to plan your export business or how to plan your export transactions. Right? Now, beyond that, we'll be talking also about the products that are available for export from Nigeria. We'll be exposing you to solid minerals, we'll be exposing you to agro products, finished and also semi-processed products, and how you can be able to export those products. Now, having known the product that you want to export, you also need to be able to place proper pricing on the product so that you'll be able to attract buyers to yourself. So we'll be discussing on how to place that pricing. We'll be demonstrating in practical how to do that with you. Then also how to get buyers. We'll be showing you how to get buyers for your product. We'll be discussing packaging for your product, both for agro product and also for processed Nigerian products. We're talking about payment methods, the different types of payment methods in international trade. We'll be discussing processing. Some of our agro products that we have, how do you convert them into processed product with different varieties of products that you can use each of those agro products to produce. So we'll discuss them also. We're discussing the risk in export business, the challenges in export business, and how you can put things in place to mitigate those risks. We'll be discussing other possibilities and programs, right, that you can benefit from by going into export from Nigeria. Again, this training comes up on the 7th and the 14th of December, and also on the 10th and 11th of December at the 3T Impact Trade Center, number 11 Deepola Shadife Street in Lagos. If you want to be a part of this program, you can send an SMS to 0809 124 4449. 0809 124 4449.
All right. Also, our investment program is closing. We'll soon close, and we want to talk about it. And more importantly is the fact that we're trying to raise money to be able to fund an export project that will enable individuals to make much more money than they can ever imagine, because it's better than what you get for T-bills, it's better than what you get for regular fixed deposit, and a number of other investments in Nigeria. And more importantly is the fact that it's secure. Secure by guarantee.
Why would people go for T-bills? Because it's secure.
Yes.
So this one also is
secure, and it's 20% return in 6 months.
Better than
20% return in 6 months. Also, we started a new program called From Export Novice to Export Legend. From Export Novice to Export Legend. This is a 1-year program designed to take you from knowing nothing on export to become a product owner, a brand owner, and an exporter of a finished product in Nigeria. An exporter of a finished product in Nigeria. We'll be talking a lot about this in the future, maybe in the new year, talking to you about a number of issues, a number of stuff around this sometime in the new year. But we're already launching it, creating awareness about it for you to be able to know exactly what this entails. And also our certification program are ongoing. We are registering new people already for the new year. So if you're interested, our certification program for the new year, people are already registering. And the whole idea of registering ahead is to be able to ensure that they are able to reduce the cost, because from the new year there will be need for payment of tutorial, which is not been paid before now. But people have to begin to pay that in the new year to be able to have access to this program also. Let's move on to the last segment of the program. And what are we discussing today? By the way, this last segment is on trade education, and we will be talking about African continent, different products on the African continent. We have termed it the African Export Market Intelligence. So what do we have today?
All right. But today we'll be discussing coal briquettes.
Wow.
Coal briquettes. The global market value for coal briquettes is about 122 billion US dollars. The market value for Africa, how much do Africans pay, or African countries pay in general, to import coal briquettes, is about 1.75 billion US dollars.
Hold on. $1.75 billion.
US dollars.
You know, people need to know this.
Okay.
You know, I'm just imagining.
And this is the same coal that we have in Enugu, having coal.
No,
we're not currently actually exploring that.
No, we can even use to produce coal. We can also use sawdust, use a lot of organic matter to be able to produce it. What I'm even thinking is, I'm looking at under AfCFTA. You know, for me, the AfCFTA possibility are too much.
Yeah.
They are so huge and humongous. If really Nigeria can really think through on this opportunity, because I'm just imagining now that coal briquette is almost $2 billion.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So,
you know the GDP of some African countries.
So let's take a look at the top 10 importers of coal briquettes in Africa. Number 1 is Morocco. Morocco spends about 483 million US dollars in importing of coal briquettes. Next is South Africa, 4.16 million US dollars. And then Egypt comes up in number 3, spending about 269 million US dollars. And number 4 is
South Africa is 416,
416 rather. Then Mauritius comes at number 4, Senegal number 5, Djibouti number 6, Kenya at number 7, Togo at number 8, Madagascar 9, then at 10 is Mozambique. So we'll move on to the next part, which is the top 10 exporters. But before we go into that, we'll talk about the market value, Africa. That's how much African nations export. What do they earn when they export this coal briquette? It's about 7.73 billion US dollars. 7.73 billion US dollars. That's a lot of money. And at the top of the exporters chart, again, is South Africa. South Africa earns about 6.23 billion US dollars. They have an 81% control of this market in Africa. 81%. The next after South Africa is Mozambique. Mozambique earns about 1.44 billion US dollars. Then Egypt comes at number 3, 23.4 million US dollars. That's a far cry from in compared to what Mozambique does, which comes at number 2. Then at number 4 is Nigeria, 20.5 million US dollars. That's what we earn from exporting of coal briquettes.
You know what's interesting about coal briquettes, before you continue, is I was just checking now. Briquettes are made from sawdust and leftover wood that are burned down the same way as lump charcoal. Unlike lump charcoal, additives are in the process of making briquette. They add additive to it. Unlike lump charcoal also, which is pure wood, although briquette burn longer, they do not burn as hot as charcoal. You know, but these are, when you climb third mainland and you're coming down Etin and Ekunle, you look at your right, you see all these sawmills there, you see the sawdust being burnt off.
Most of the sawmills, that's what they do.
Burnt off the saw. Much food is in the tillage of the poor.
Yeah. That's another business idea we just threw up.
Do you understand? So that can be, people can begin to convert this into briquette and ship it within Africa.
I actually did a research on that one time, and I saw people in Kenya and some of these other African countries. They even do it with crude, what's it called? Locally fabricated machines. Like Exactly. You know, you don't need sophisticated machines to do. Instead of cutting down our trees to make charcoal,
organic matter, the biomasses in the farm,
even leaves,
biomasses in farms, dry leaves, dry.
You know, we can actually.
This is almost $2 billion market. 2 billion, not 2.
Within Africa.
Within Africa. I think our time is fast spent. What else do you have?
Alright, I actually just have the destinations for some of these.
What do they ship you to? Let's hear what they ship.
For South Africa exports majorly to India, Pakistan, and South Korea.
Mention the major places.
That's then for Mozambique, they ship majority of their products to India, Japan, South Korea, and Germany.
They are shipping within Africa.
They ship just a little within Africa. And so it means that these African countries will import all of this, import it from outside Africa. Yes. So for Egypt also does the same thing. They export to Saudi Arabia, Qatar.
No, I don't like all these two
Nigeria
exports talking about.
99.6% to Pakistan.
Who?
Nigeria.
96 to Pakistan. We speak a lot of French. What's the following export? What's that?
I didn't do that.
Now, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people. When I see all this. People just talk. We are not compared. We are not this. When you have the raw material, you get an advantage. If you can get the right fabric material, you have an advantage. These are information that need to get out there. Thank you very much for listening again today. My name is Dela Igbo and you.
Hi, Seth.
See you next week and bye for now.